Hi everyone, this is Mike Gordon here. Sorry for the long absence. For those of you who are invested in Final Fantasy VI, my Final Fantasy VI Let's Play, let me tell you a couple things that happened. Number one, those Let's Play videos were posted back when I was furloughed from my job due to, well, the lockdowns. And I had no idea if I was ever going to be hired back. Well, since then, I was hired back, and I haven't really posted any new content to YouTube since. The second reason was, in the meantime, I had to get a new laptop, and in the process, and a new emulator for that matter. And in the process, I lost my original save file. So, what can I do about it? I tried many times to post a new Let's Play series since then, or try to find some way to continue where I left off with 6, but I never really liked the material I was presenting myself with. Even some of my finished Let's Plays, or near finished Let's Plays, I was never able to get around to finishing. Let's just say save states suck. Having to use save states and editing and all that stuff really sucks. I'd much rather just play the game normally. So that's what I'm gonna do. You're gonna see me do my newest Let's Play. You're gonna see it all in real time. No save states or rewind feature at all. And the reason for this is because it's funner to play, and honestly, I want to give you a genuine experience of playing the game. Not an expert experience. I'm not the greatest at this game, but hopefully give you something entertaining. So with that said, here is my newest Let's Play, and that is the very first video game I've ever played for a very first video game console I've ever played. That game being Altered Beast. That's right, Altered Beast. It's the very first video game console the very first video game I've ever played, or at least the game that got me into playing video games. It was either this or another Sega Genesis game that I'll get around to a bit later. What I've decided with this is to commemorate my reenactment of a whole Odyssey for me, and that is, my Odyssey, my video game Odyssey, is to play through every single video game I've ever played in my life, with one objective: to achieve a perfect game. With Altered Beast, the objective is very simple. Number 1, collect all the power-ups in each stage, which there are 5 stages in total, and B, beat the game. Simple enough, really. It is possible to beat the game without collecting any power-ups in a stage, but it's a lot harder to do, and it takes a lot longer, too. This is really more of a memory game. Come on. Alright. I'm gonna keep my distance a bit just to be safe. If I was speedrunning this game, I would do my damn best to clear all the enemies before they appear on screen, or as they appear on screen. Power up. Alright. And here's what happens if you don't get all the power-ups before you reach this guy. He will run away. If you encounter this guy 3 times, you will be forced to fight him, regardless if you're fully powered up. So yes, not only are we achieving a perfect save file, but this is actually a much easier Right. And all you have to do with this boss is actually down the duck, because Alright. I'm actually glad that final gambit paid off because he's actually the second hardest boss in the game. As to say, he's not that tough, but he can actually deal quite a bit of damage against you. I think the last boss is actually the easiest boss in the game, ironically enough, because he's the only one with anything close to an RNG script. Everything else is just automatic. They all do the exact same things every time you play the game. There isn't any pretense or trickery of what is going on. You just have to memorize the layout. Alright.
Power up.
Boy. Alright, I want to constantly jam that. Those purple things are a pain in the ass to take care of. Alright, this could either be the easiest boss or the second easiest boss in the game. Alright, I just want to spam the kick button. That's what it... Shit. I was off. That was a good recovery right there. Now the story is... Here in the West, you're a centurion brought back from the dead by Zeus to save Athena from this guy. His name is Neph, and he has taken over the underworld and taken Athena hostage in order to stop Zeus, in order to keep Zeus from interfering. Stage 3. This is pretty much the only stage in the whole game with mandatory platforming. Come on, don't lag on me. Alright. I wanna beckon these two guys over here.
Power up.
Alright. I pretty much want as much health as and lives as possible. Again, I'm not the best at this game. Hey. Now, here's actually the middle of the pack. He is neither the easiest or the hardest boss in the game. The second boss could either be the easiest or second easiest. But if you don't have the power-ups, he's the hardest boss in the game by far. A flawless boss run right there. You actually cannot just jam the kick button. A is punch, B is kick, and C is jump. That's the controls for Altered Beast. You want to jump high, you actually have to hold up and then jump. Right? I don't know what the whole turning Athena into a bird thing was supposed to be, by the way. Anyways, in the Japanese version, you are basically a resurrected Beastman who already had the power to become the Altered Beast. And you are sealed away as punishment for trying to oppose the gods. And now Zeus needs you to brought you back in order to rescue his daughter. You can definitely tell why they changed the story, because the story in the Alright. This is the hardest boss in the game, and I'll explain to you why.
Welcome to your doom.
See, this is actually faster doing this than it is to do this. That's why you see me duck a lot whenever I'm punching. Do not get... You don't want to be trigger happy. Although here I usually don't care because I have all my lives still. Wow, I can't believe I dodged that. And that's why it's the toughest boss in the game. If you are too aggressive, he could wipe you out easily. Anyways, I'm healthy in terms of life, so that's good to know. By the way, your bonus decreases every time you fail to transform into beast form. But if you counter Neff 3 times, he will initially, in a stage, he will turn into the new boss fight regardless if you achieve your transformation. Okay, alright. Come on.
Power up.
I can afford... Get down here.
Power up.
Come on! Fuck! Okay. I thought I missed... Alright. This is the easiest boss in the game. He's either the easiest or second easiest, depending on who you are. You know, the second boss can be the easiest if you got the frame right and you have the transformation. But here, this is the most automated boss fight you can think of. Since this is the final stage, if you have at least 2 whole bars of health, preferably 3, you're guaranteed to win this fight. And here we go, we've beaten the game. This is a pretty fun game, I have to be honest. It's nowhere near the best game in the Sega Genesis catalog, but let's be honest, it's an important piece of video. It is an important piece of video game history right here, and frankly, is probably the genesis, no pun intended, of my video game life. You know, I was 2 years old when I first remembered watching my mom, my dad, and my sister play, and I occasionally was the player too because Blue. And then we lost the game, and I had to switch to another game. Then we found it, and I started playing this game more often, but never stopped playing the other game. The earliest Sega Genesis games off the top of my head that we owned were this game, Altered Beast, well obviously, which is what we just played through, Truxton, Golden Axe, Super Thunderblade, Lemmings, and of course, Sonic the Hedgehog 2. All this, pressing any key right here will trigger another campaign on a harder difficulty, and it will escalate till the hardest difficulty. Right now, all I would be doing is playing for a high score, and that would be that. I think I'm good to go here, honestly. I've basically beaten the game and as close to probably my best single playthrough with no save state turns ever, so I'll see you next time. Take care.